SportsCenter. Not now, right now.
Sensational play for Jeremy Lin. Another standing ovation for Jeremy Lin.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to SportsCenter with Sage Steele. I'm Steve Bunin. What a morning it is for the Harvard man whose name Kobe Bryant definitely knows now.
I think so. You know, this began as kind of a cute story, but Jeremy Lin is turning the sports world upside down. The new Knicks point guard exploded onto the scene with 3 straight phenomenal performances, but Friday night, his first big test as Kobe and the Lakers came to the Garden and the fans were out. Lin masks available for the fans. They even had a viewing party for last night's game in Taiwan. 350 fans in attendance. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers coming off a tight win over the Celtics the night before. Here's what Kobe said about Lin.
Jeremy Lin, are you following that story at all?
No idea. I know who he is, but I don't really know what's going on too much with him. I don't even know what he's done. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'll take a look at it tonight, though.
How does it feel to be kind of overshadowing Kobe coming into the Garden tonight?
I don't think I'm overshadowing him. I mean, he's Kobe, so obviously a lot of people are out here to see him play, and our job is to kind of spoil that.
All right, here we go. Lin was hot from the get-go. A 3 from the corner. That's his first bucket of the night. Later, Knicks in transition, and Lin pulls up, and he hits the jumper. Lakers next possession. Lin, the defense. He gets a steal at midcourt, drives, and the finish. That's already 9 points for Jeremy Lin. Moments later, Kobe baseline, and he has turnover here. But after the play, watch Kobe and Lin. Kobe appears to give a shove there, possibly out of frustration, and for good reason, because Lin shot 4 for 5 in the first 5 minutes of this game. He had as many field goals as the Lakers team in the entire first quarter. In the second, how about that? He hangs and one, fired up. He'd make the free throw, too. Lakers down 7 here, and Kobe, he's going to miss the jumper. Lin gets the rebound. He's pushing it back the other way. Listen to what happens next.
Lakers are back. Lin challenges, spins, lays it up. Good! Oh, wow! He just left Derek Fisher in the fumes. Lin's sanity has struck again.
Has it ever. He's enjoying himself, too. 18 points in the first half. Even the injured Carmelo Anthony likes what he is seeing there from his teammate. Fourth quarter, Lakers down 10. Bryant, baseline. Count that. Kobe had 24 in the second half, but would it be enough? Next time down for the Knicks, Lin pulls up just inside the arc. Wow. Next possession, he drives. This time kicks the ball to Bill Walker for 3. It's no good. Jared Jeffries, he gets the board, goes to Lin in the corner for 3. The Garden explodes. Knicks are up by 13 points right then, and the fans, they're loving it. It's been a tough go for the Knicks this season, but they're having fun now. And he wasn't done. Drives. Inside, reverse, another huge bucket for Jeremy Lin. Right over the arm of Pau Gasol and in. And take a listen to the reaction Lin got at the line late in the game. Lin was the MVP, at least on this night. 38 points, a new Knicks season high. 92-85 your final.
38 points tonight for you, Jeremy, the most by a Knick this season. What does that mean to you?
Again, I'm just going to thank my team. Jared Jeffries, how many offensive rebounds he got, the way we moved the ball. I mean, it's fun to play basketball with these guys.
What was it like to be gunning it out, so to speak, with Kobe Bryant?
Well, you know, we just try to play together. We weren't really too worried about what the other team was doing, but we're thankful. Obviously, it's a big game. They're a great team. We respect them a lot. We respect their players, and so we're just happy to be able to get a win.
How does this compare to how you dreamed or hoped your NBA career would go?
This is it right here. This is it right here. This is my dream, and I'm just thankful to God, man, because this is my dream being lived out, and I'm so thankful for that.
How does it compare to how you thought it would end?
I didn't know how it would end up. You know, obviously, this has been a wild week for me and the team, and I mean, obviously, you hope for the best and prepare for the worst, and I'm just thankful that it's turning out the way it is.
Humble young man, and wow, This is crazy. It's a lot of fun, too. Our friends over at the Elias Sports Bureau dug up some numbers for us, and Jeremy Lin's first 3 starts look pretty good next to a couple of Hall of Famers. He has outscored Isaiah, Magic, and John Stockton on the way to 3 Knicks wins. In fact, his 89 points are the most by any player in his first 3 career starts since the NBA-ABA merger. That was before the 76-77 season. Let's dig a little deeper into this now. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith is here to help us do just that. Stephen A., last night, this was really the big test for Jeremy Lin. Kobe and the Lakers at the Garden, and he obviously passed this test with flying colors. Your reaction to all of this?
A sensational performance. You can't take anything away from the kid. He was incredibly impressive. His ability to shoot the basketball, he showed that because there were some questions about that coming into this game. He keeps his dribble. He's got great vision. He's making the right decisions. He's got the guys alert and aware. They're looking for the basketball now. They're not just standing around playing the role of spectators. Very reminiscent of Steve Nash. Not that he deserves to be compared to Steve Nash, because Steve Nash has been doing it for pretty much a decade, whereas he's just coming into the game, obviously. But in terms of what his style of play measures, keeping his dribble, taking those shots, being able to get into the teeth of a defense, get into the lane at will, I can't say enough about him. He's very, very impressive last night. And he's about 6'3", 200 pounds. So he's a bit taller, a bit bigger than a guy like Steve Nash, which means he could take more. If he has that conditioning, that endurance working in his favor, look out. Who knows what he could do? Sky's the limit.
Right now, this Knicks team is playing very differently with Jeremy Lin at point guard. Carmelo Anthony will miss at least another week, and with a groin strain, Amari Stoudemire, he's been out because of his brother's death. What happens when those 2 guys come back, Stephen A., in particular Melo?
Well, we don't know, and that's what makes this beautiful, Sage, because in the case of Amari Stoudemire, I'm not concerned about him at all. Amari Stoudemire flourishes with a point guard who knows how to do the pick and roll, and Jeremy Lin knows how to perform the pick and roll exceptionally well. In the case of a guy like Carmelo Anthony, it's entirely different because Carmelo Anthony likes to hold the ball. He's considered a ball hog by most NBA aficionados. Now, I want the ball in his hands when it's time to close because nobody has hit more game-winning shots over the last 8 or 9 years than Carmelo Anthony, and he's missed the clutch in that regard. I got a lot of faith in him, but at the same time, during the course of a game, he likes the ball in his hands. He's jerking around. He's trying to evade you. He's doing whatever he has to do, but he's holding on to the ball, and that's not where the Knicks excel. They excel with ball movement. Have a point guard that validates that. Have a point guard that validates that strategy to some degree. You can't excuse Carmelo Anthony holding on to the ball the way he's accustomed to doing. Now, if you're Carmelo Anthony, remember, it's not about Jeremy Lin acquiescing to him. It will have to be the other way around because the crowd loves him. They're supporting him. You've got that Asian contingent that's out there supporting him as well, similar to what they did for Yao Ming when he first came into the league. You're Carmelo Anthony. You've been struggling. You've got a lower than 500 record since you were traded to New York. You had a losing record this year, and you're 4-0 now that Jeremy Lin has been in the lineup, and 3-0 with him as a starter. Carmelo Anthony, that's the challenge for him. He's going to have to acquiesce. It is not going to be the other way around because Jeremy Lin has all the support in the world from the organization and the city of New York.
He has been criticized, Carmelo Anthony has, for not making his teammates better when he's on the court, something Jeremy Lin is doing quite well right now. We will see how this plays out in the Big Apple. Stephen A. Smith with his thoughts on the Knicks, who will try to make it 5 in a row, by the way, tonight at Minnesota. Just how rare is it for an NBA player to come out of Harvard? Well, let's just say Harvard grads are more likely to become president. Yes, Harvard, the school that has produced more U.S. presidents, 7, than NBA players, 3. Lin is the first Harvard grad, yes, he graduated, to play in the NBA since Ed Smith played for the Knicks. He played 11 games, but that was back in 1954. So how exactly did our new friend Jeremy Lin get here? Well, he first turned heads for Harvard back in 2009, you may recall.
Into the front court, drives down the lane line, goes up with the right hand, lays it in. 3 seconds left. Harvard back the other way, down by a point. Jeremy Lin bumped at midcourt, leads in, he's fouled, and goes to go! Harvard wins it! Harvard wins it! Unbelievable! Jeremy Lin on an unbelievable shot, and Harvard has won in the most improbable of fashions. I don't believe it.
That was November of 2009, and then it continued. This one against UConn when he led the Crimson against 13th ranked Huskies with 30 points, 9 boards, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. UConn did hold on to win by 6. The Mavs were the first team to show interest in the undrafted Lin. He showed up in the Summer League battling with the #1 pick, John Wall. Lin had 13 points in 27 minutes. He would later sign with the Golden State Warriors. After riding the bus between the Warriors bench and the D-League all season long, Jeremy Lin scored 12 points and recorded career highs with 5 boards and 5 assists on the last day of the season. That was April 13th, 2011 against Portland. And then he spent 1 day in the D-League this year, and guess what? He had a triple-double on February 4th. In his first significant minutes of his career last Saturday, he took advantage, burning Darren Williams and the Nets for 25 points, 7 assists off the bench, leading the Knicks to a win. Wait until he goes up against a real defense, they said. Well, Lin blew away all expectations last night, taking his game to another level. Again, a season-high 38 points for the Knicks in the win over the Lakers.